Hey peeps, good morning. I'm actually doing my vlog today, first thing in the morning. Probably will do another one this afternoon. Today is Wednesday. I don't know what date it is. Wednesday, 9th, 10th, 11th, something like that. And I'm shooting this because last night within Empower Network, we actually had a Google Hangout, and it was 4 hours long, marathon. But you know what? It was lined up with ladies and gentlemen who actually together sitting on that panel equated to $1 million a month in earnings. And I'm sitting here watching the replay because, getting the kids and stuff situated at night, I'm listening from afar. I'm moving around, cooking dinner, getting them in the tubs, doing all these different things. So I'm listening to the replay this morning, and I'm totally blown away because, a lot of people look at what we're doing and they show up with this, I want instant gratification. I don't want to have to work for it, make me rich right now mindset, right? And we get a lot of people that come to us and they want us to become the problem solvers. If you ever watch Scandal, it's one of my favorite television shows. Olivia is a problem solver. She's the fixer. She fixes everybody's disasters. And if you ever paid attention to how those things unfold, there was a recent episode where there was this woman and she was a big position in a corporate company, and there was a politician who was trying to be the senator or something like that, that she was her professor when she was in college, that she was having an affair with. And this was about to hit the headlines before this guy was going to be about to be promoted to something, and they brought in Olivia to fix it. And basically, Olivia came in and told her, listen, there's no way that I can fix it if you did it. Did you do it? And she had to confess and say, yes, I did have an affair in front of the husband. And then she had to turn around and tell the lady, you're going to have to let everybody know what you did. There's no fixing to lie that you did not have an affair with this guy. We got to go ahead and tell people what happened. And it was a disaster because the choices that she made caught up with her, caused her to lose her job, and they fixed all that. But there was no denying the truth, right? Now, a lot of people come to us and they have backgrounds where they haven't made the best choices. They have backgrounds where they started things, they stopped. They started things, they stopped. They tried things, it didn't work out or it didn't happen fast enough, and then they stopped. And then all of a sudden they show up and want to partner up with us in Empower Network, and they want us to be the fixer of their life. They want us to come and remove all the bad habits and all the times where they quit and didn't stick to what they needed to do, all the times where they were given books to read and giving trainings to watch and do all these things that they didn't implement, but they want to show up and say, hey, I'm going to join Empower Network and I want you to fix my past and make me successful right now, and I want you to make me very rich right now. Well, check this out. I'm going to be Olivia for y'all today and tell you that you need to be honest with yourself. And you need to come face to face with what you have or have not done in your past and make a decision today to change where you're going to go with your future. You have to get to a point where you're going to sit your behind down and really invest in invest the time into learning the skills that will get you to the point where it makes you the money. Because as I watch these panel of people, I mean, you had Aaron and Sophia Rashkin, Tracy Walker, Lawrence Tam, David Wood, David Sharp, Shakir Hussein, Vic House, and a couple other people that I probably missed, Chris Record and a couple other people. And these guys average, I think the minimum earnings on that panel was about 60, 70, maybe 80 grand a month. And as you listen to them talk about it, not one of them gave an inclination that magic got me to where I am. Some of them have been in the industry 22 years. Some have been in there 10 years. Some have been in there 5 years. Some of them are 24 years old. But behind them are pallets and pallets of books and audios and things that they're constantly investing in to increase their intellectual value. I always talk about that, intellectual value, your brain, to position them to truly understand what is required to become wealthy. How do you attract that success? It comes with what you pour into yourself, what you pour into your mind, what you're willing to do. And I'm here to share with y'all today, listen, for those of you that want to be rich, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you your time. It's going to require a learning curve for you to invest and really get to a point where you can start building up a skill set. Because see, in our world, we're used to one of two things. You have instant gratification or delayed gratification. most of us are instant gratification people. I mean, I think about myself when I'm wanting something in a microwave for 45 seconds. Usually, I don't want to stand there and wait for 45 seconds. I'm going to go do something else and wait until I hear the microwave beep before I come back and get it because I feel like I need to be doing something else because 45 seconds is too long. I was doing that, as a matter of fact, yesterday, and I thought to myself, geez, we begin to get to a point now we're impatient with a 45-second microwave process. And that's because we've been taught in our society that you get what you want when you want now, and you don't have to do anything to make it happen. But guys, that's not how success works. It's not how our world was built. As you hear the great old cliche, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was empires built overnight. It comes down to getting to a point where you sit down and you say, look, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I actually had a guy the other day in my business. I ask people, we have this survey process that we go through, right? Everybody wants to get on the phone with you. No, you're not going to get on the phone with me because I'm working and building my business. There's a process you have to go through before we get you on the phone. If you can't take 10 minutes to fill out this survey so I can know what we're going to talk about before we get on the phone and know where we are, you don't deserve 30 minutes of my time. It just don't work that way. So we have this process where I ask them to fill out this survey. And this guy fills out this survey, and on there it asks, what products do you have? How many hours can you invest into the business? How much money do you want to make in the next 30 days? This dude puts, I want to make $5,000 in the next 30 days. Okay. What products do you own? I own the blog platform, which is $25. Okay. So you want to make $5,000. You only pay $25. I instantly get a text from this guy, and he's like, we got to pay $20. Why do I got to pay $20? Everybody don't have $20 for this. He starts fussing about paying for the merchant account, which is how you're going to make your money. Okay. So let's check this out. You only spent $25. You want to make $5,000 in the next 30 days. That's your request. And you are fussing and complaining about spending $20 on a merchant account, which is how you get paid. I just responded to him because he was like, why do we got to do this? And he started talking about all the things people don't have. People don't have this kind of money. People don't have that kind of money. But you're coming to me telling me you want to make $5,000 in the next 30 days. But you're telling me people don't have money. People don't have this. And you're fussing about spending $20. That's why you're broke. That's why you're struggling, is the mindset. And there's some other things that I saw, and it's not to put this guy out of pocket, but it's the mindset that I get from a lot of people. That's why if you're broke and you're desperate for money, this environment isn't for you. However, for those of you who are at a point where you have the money to invest, but you find yourself constantly looking for the instant gratification because you don't want to wait on the process. It's going to require for you, just like a turkey, okay? When you buy a turkey for Thanksgiving, you go and you get the turkey and it's frozen. You got to thaw it out. You can't just go get the turkey and, throw some seasoning on it and throw it in the oven because it will taste horrible. You have to let it thaw out. Then you have to clean the turkey. Then you have to season the turkey. Then you have to put it in the oven and you let it bake, sometimes 3 or 4 hours. The same process that it takes to cook a meal, the same process that it takes for the gestation period when you get pregnant. You can't give birth to a baby the day that you conceive a child. It takes 40 weeks, which actually equates 10 months. People think 9 months. It turns out to be 10 months. It's 40 weeks of your pregnancy period that you have. Just the same time that it takes for you to raise your children, for you to teach them good habits, just the same time that it takes for you to build a house, build a car. Everything takes time. It's a matter of, do you want to spin your wheels and jump from one thing to the next, hoping that it gives you that instant success, all to continue to fail for every pursuit that you take because you're trying to get that instant gratification that is non-existent? Or do you go ahead and stick out in the process and you allow yourself to defrost? Some of y'all need to defrost. You're like a turkey. You're frozen because you've just been going from one thing to the next. Your mind is all over the place. You need to begin to detox a little bit. Sit your behind down at one place and detox. Start getting to a point where you can get some level of focus. Most of us have no focus whatsoever. You got to sit down and focus and make a decision to do something. You're going to sit right here, make a decision, and I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to be consistent right here where I am. I'm going to learn right here where I am. I'm going to build on this skill right here where I am. I'm going to invest right here where I am. I'm going to stay in this lane right here. I'm going to give myself the next 2-3 years. I'm going to learn the skill. I'm a master internet marketing. I'm a master lead generation. I'm a master this. I'm a master that no matter what it takes. And then you can start attracting money. A lot of people come to us because, yes, we have a system that makes life easier for you. But most people don't even want to go through the 10, 15, 20-minute process of setting the system up. And they want to be rich. It's just not how it works. So here's what we're going to do. Okay? I have access to this free training that you can get a hold to that actually is required for you to be a member. But what you must do is opt into my website. Okay? So that you can be able to get access to this, and then I'm going to send out the link for you to see it. Now, listen to me, broke mindset people. If you are broke, you ain't got no money, you ain't got this, you ain't got that, and you want to be rich, do not opt into my site. This is not for the broke mindset individual. This is for the person who is ready, willing, and looking forward to investing in themselves and being aligned with the people who have gotten there and who are showing you exactly what it is that they've done to get to where they are. So this is not for everybody. I'm not interested in a lot of stories about what you don't have and what you've been through, because we all got a story. This is for that person who says, yes, I'm game, I'm in, show me where I need to go and what I need to do. And on the inside, we're going to show you exactly what you need to do. So you need to go to makemoneywithnicole.com, www.makemoneywithnicole.com. On the inside, I'm going to give you access to this training so that you can start being able to understand what people have done to get to where they are today, to make the level of income that they have, so that you can start doing the same thing. So opt in now, and I'll see you on the inside. All right, bye.